Hey kids, this is Aaron from the podcast that wouldn't die, and Kevin and I use Zencastr. You think you're better than us, that you're using something else? You're wrong. Zencastr's the place to be. Who are you to deny it?
It's now super easy to record a podcast with Zencastr. Log in using your browser and start recording a high-quality podcast right away. Record studio-quality sound and up to 4K video with your guests. Go to zencastr.com/pricing and use our code DIEHARD and you'll get 30% off your first month of any Zencastr paid plan. We want you to have the same experiences we do for all our podcasting and content needs. It's time for you to share your story.
Only a fool would give up a chance for a 30% discount.
They were raised to obey their father,
Go do some homework.
to love him, to trust him,
Night, boys. Sleep tight.
Don't let those bed bugs bite.
until
Wake up. I've got something to tell you.
What's wrong?
There are demons among us. I can see the demons while other people can't.
I'm scared, Dad.
Nothing that crazy could be real.
Welcome to the latest episode of the podcast that wouldn't die. I'm your host, Kevin. With me, as always, is Aaron.
How do?
This week, we're discussing the horror classic, Frailty, with Bill Paxton and Matthew McConaughey and Powers Booth doing his thing. For God's sake.
I say it is McConaughey's finest hour.
You may be right. It's
Understated,
Yep.
in control, acting. Not just being McConaughey.
And just a voiceover. That's all you need. That's all he pops at the beginning, pops at the end, and it's just his voice, his dulcet
Dude.
tones.
Dude, perfect. Perfect.
Perfect. Each week on the podcast, we discuss guilty pleasures and forgotten classics of the horror and sci-fi genres with a comedic twist. Aaron, what's the latest with you?
I have problems at work. So, someone at work told me you put the name of the person that is giving you difficulties onto a piece of paper and you put it in your shoe and you walk on it. And it will give you power over that person.
Is this some
I'm giving
Santeria
that
shit?
a whirl. I talk in Santeria. I
Or
ain't
some
got
voodoo?
no grindstone ball.
That's what I'm asking. Are you a bruja?
I'm a brutal. Well, let's see if it works. I told you there was that time I worked in an office when the internet was first invented that I ordered some goofer
The
dust
70s?
from the house of voodoo in New Orleans.
Yep.
I threw it around this dude's cube, and dude, never had a problem again. I might be a witch. I don't know. If this works, it's 100%.
Then it's 100%. Then that's all the proof you need, clearly.
I told
Fair.
you I was very disappointed. I went to Scotland.
Yep.
And I went to that super haunted cemetery in Edinburgh. What is it? The Covenanters something or other. It's supposed to be the most haunted place in the world. Felt nothing. I was so disappointed.
Well,
I thought I
what
was
does
gonna
that
get
prove?
bitten by a demon.
Maybe that
Means there's
proves
no
it's
such
not
thing
as
as
haunted
ghosts.
as you thought, right?
No,
Maybe
it's all destroyed. It's
it's
all
all
ruined.
destroyed. So, fair enough.
So there. I will tell you when you don't wear
Please.
socks and you have a post-it note in your shoe, you are aware of it.
Oh, I imagine so. I am.
I'll try it with a sock tomorrow.
I'm
Do I
sure
have
that
to
note
wear
smells
another-
like a daisy now as well. If I had to guess.
How long does it take you to sweat off a small post-it note in your shoe?
These are questions that we cannot answer on this podcast. I'm sad to say.
These
I guess
are
you'll
questions and they cannot be answered.
You'll
guess
know
we'll know.
if your magic works if he stinks to high heaven when you see him tomorrow. If he's got the good foot BO.
It is not a he, it is a she.
Oh,
But I will
excuse
have
me.
to say, I had 4 of these like friendship bracelets that cost $1. One of them is already eaten through, so I'm down to 3. But these other 3 seem like they're going to be there for the rest of my life.
To be clear, you bought yourself a friendship bracelet?
No,
Four?
my friend. I bought
Okay.
some for her. She bought some for. We bought them for each other. Then we sent them to the friends that weren't around.
Okay. Well, see,
And
that's
everybody was like,
proper.
4 is too many. I'm like, sorry,
No,
it's too
I thought you were
late.
going to tell me a sad story about I
No.
have no friends, so I bought myself 4 friendship bracelets. Whee!
And everyone who put it on, their hand turned black and shriveled up like a raisin. It fell off.
The
So
monkey's paw. That's how it
the
starts.
monkey's paw. Don't buy dollar friendship bracelets from the co-op in Arcata.
Sweet Jesus. Please don't. 100%. Please don't. Okay. Now, I wanted to talk to you about something, Aaron. This is very important.
Super Bowl?
No, not at all.
Oh.
Although we could talk
Okay.
about that. I was editing our episode Razorback
Yes.
just last week.
Not
And
enough profanity.
fair enough. By the time this episode has played, it'll have been like 6 weeks ago that Razorback was a thing. But we talked briefly that one of the actors in Razorback was also in the immortal 1980s classic, The Pirate Movie, starring Christy McNichol and Christopher Atkins. Not ringing any bells for you.
I saw that movie once, and I believe I was in high school, and then never wished to view it again because it was a spit in the face to the Pirates of Penzance, which it was
100%.
trying to copy.
It was. They tried to
Christy
hire.
McNichol,
Yeah.
Linda Ronstadt. So easy to confuse the two. Come
They
on.
They tried to hire George Papp, the director of the Broadway musical that was tearing up New York, and he said a hard pass.
He was already pissed on the adaptation for the screen of Pirates of Penzance because they were trying to get away from that goofy, and for TV they goofed it all back up. Joe Papp.
He was
said, "Yeah, Christy McNichol."
I realized that I'm like, the only reason I know who Christy McNichol is from the Pirate Movie. That's what I realized. Because we had HBO for a very brief time, and there was only 5 movies that were on the rotation at that time. And for some reason, one of them was the Pirate Movie. So I swear to God, I saw it 1,000 times.
That's how it was in the early days of cable. There was only 5 movies, and they'd be on all the time.
100%. They'd beat you to death with them. Do you know how Christy McNichol became famous? Like why people know who she was initially?
She was a child star.
She was on a TV show. Do you know what the name of the TV show was?
James at 16, 8 is enough. Crappy days. I don't know.
It was
Honest to God.
I think it was a family drama called Family, where she played the precocious tomboy Letitia Buddy Lawrence. I have no recollection of the it was on for 5 years.
I thought
Meredith
Letitia
Baxter.
Buddy Lawrence was in the Senate. Am I thinking of AOC?
That's later. That was later, much later.
Honest to God, I never watched. I knew Family existed.
Nope.
I was not into dramedies or dramas. The Waltons was about all I could take. And we only watched the Waltons because a mother did not count that towards our hour of TV.
Because it was good, clean fun. Right?
That's right. Well, I'm like, I'm not wasting my hour on the Waltons. Okay. We're going to watch it as a family.
So I did a shit ton of research on Pirate Movie during my obsession this week.
Yes.
Because again, Pirates of Penzance was a big thing on Broadway, and they were trying to, this is an Australian production, they were trying to kind of cash in on that, and they thought to hire, just like Gregory Harrison, they were like, hey, Christy McNichol, she is a big TV star. Let's get her on this thing.
America loves Christy.
Literally, if you look at her movie career, it lasted like 1.5 years. And then she had, this is not very funny, she had like a mental breakdown from the pressure.
I have no idea. I can't believe you're saying it was only 1.5 years because she was ubiquitous in my youth.
Ubiquitous.
Even though I was not a fan, she was everywhere all the time. They would have those celebrity specials, weird sporting events of all the ABC celebrity slap-a-thon or whatever. I feel like she was involved with everything in the late 70s.
She was so famous. Her brother, Jimmy, was famous.
Jimmy McNichol, I remember him.
That's what I'm saying. But again, she basically was brought on to star in this show. She'd had like a successful album with her brother that you could buy, like, I don't know, from
like with songs?
Yes. They sang, I think their big hit was a remake of Puppy Love or some shit like that. This is not stuff I remember. This is stuff that
Eric is a deep cut. So the fact that she had an album with her crazy little brother, no.
100%. So they hired her, and then they're like, well, Rex Smith was very popular on Broadway as well. Is there another blonde, curly-haired guy that we could just slap into this sucker? And
who seems to be about 6 feet tall, gorgeous, with a lovely voice. Oh, sure. No, kids like Christopher Atkins because he showed his ass in the Blue Lagoon and never did another goddamn thing.
The year before, he was in the Blue Lagoon. And literally, they talked about how they went and saw Christy McNichol and Christopher Atkins went and saw the Broadway musical. And Christopher Atkins immediately was like, they only hired me because I have blonde curly hair, just like Rex Smith. He realized that to his horror. To his horror. And Christy McNichol was like, this is boring. That was her reaction of watching. So she thought her version was the only true version of the story. How about that?
Is that in the middle of her crisis, or?
Well, there was more to the crisis because she was gay. She was gay, and yet being put in these positions to be kind of this romantic, like she was in Little Darlings earlier that same year, same kind of situation. So it was like George Michael talked about this.
And let's be clear, even as a child, I felt like that was the worst kept secret.
Well, maybe so.
She was a tiny Ellen DeGeneres.
Fair. She's cute. She was very cute in this movie. The movie, okay, look, be clear. The movie's awful.
Hey,
movie's awful.
I'm not a racist like you. I'm not saying that the movie can't be good because she's a lesbian. I'm just saying that that was not a good secret.
No, okay, fair enough. Now they took like 4 songs from the Broadway musical and kind of spruced them up a little bit, add a little like modern flavor to it. And then they wrote like 4 like 80s type songs, you know, where it's like Christopher Atkins and Christy McNichol are singing My First Love. They are actually kind of bangers, if I'm being honest.
Whoa. So you're saying I need to revisit? Is that what you're saying?
No, you do not need to revisit. Now, I sent you, if you go on, because you can watch the whole movie on YouTube. Of course you can, and that's the only place you can watch it.
Yeah.
But you can also watch just those 3 or 4 songs they're not bad. There's one song that actually won a Razzie for being horrible called Pumpin' and Blowin', which I think
oh my Lord, that sounds like a soundtrack, the 80s porn.
It does indeed. It's not bad. It's not bad. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, we spent far too long on the pirate movie. But I did watch.
These songs will appear on the karaoke, or
unless I bring my own. I bring my own mix. Unclear. I did watch they did make a theatrical release of the Pirates of Penzance with Kevin Kline as the Pirate King and Rex Smith and Linda Ronstadt. And I watched that on Prime for $3.99 last week.
Wait a minute. Are you saying it's just the movie, or are you saying it's a recording of the play?
In 1983, they kind of filmed a theatrical adaptation. It's still very theatrical. Like it's clearly like there's sets and things like that. There's not an audience watching it. So it was filmed
okay, so is it better?
Better than the pirate movie? I would say yes.
No, better than the Pirates of Penzance.
I never saw it on Broadway, so it's hard to say. But
No. What
I
are
don't
you
understand.
telling me? Are you talking about the movie that everyone saw, or are you telling me they went and filmed the musical
They did not film the
at a
musical.
theater?
They did not
Oh, so
film the
you're just
musical.
talking about what everybody, the version that everybody saw.
It was, well, the version that most people, because even the theatrical release was kind of, it wasn't like a broad wide release. It was kind of a small release, but it was the release, the film version. But it's not like Grease or something where it's kind of like they're acting and there's like real places where they're at. It's like clearly like a set. You know what I mean? It's
Oh,
meant
you're
to.
just talking about it. It was
Yes.
not a limited release, as a matter of fact. It was a global institution. I thought you were telling me they filmed when they were on
No.
the stage,
They did not.
because they
did
hired
not.
everyone from the stage production, but Roseanne's mom was
Correct.
was in the Broadway, and they
Yes.
replaced her with old what's her name from Bed Knobs and Broomsticks,
Angela Lansbury. They brought her in.
Angela Lansbury.
And some of the actors, like the lesser characters who actually have like singing solos from here or there, they did not bring them to London for the filming. So they just merely had local actors lip sync their previous performances from Broadway. How about that?
Very nice. Very
Anyway,
nice. Very
that's
nice.
not here nor there. But I will say, after watching it, I went and downloaded With a Cat Like Tread, which is a Dynamite song. You know that song? With the cat
From the Pirates
like
of
tread.
Penzance.
Da, 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 da.
Upon the days in
yeah.
silent dread, a cautious way we feel.
That's
No
the
sound at all, we never speak a word. A fly's footfall would be distinctly heard. No,
That's the one.
It's Dynamite. Dude.
That is Dynamite.
With Kevin Kline just fucking rocking it in his leather pants.
He's chewing those goddamn scenery like you wouldn't believe. I was like, how did he not pull a hammy with some of these moves?
Dude.
It was
he
impressive.
was fierce.
It was fierce.
He was
now,
fierce.
Now, that being said, all the shit about the Rex Smith, Linda Ronstadt romance was boring as shit. I could have fast forwarded through half that shit. But Kevin Kline, he's Kevin Kline. I went and watched Fish Called Wanda the other day just because of it. So
I didn't really care for that, but for sure, when high school Aaron was watching that, it was Kevin Kline. So much so, I saw Sophie's Choice.
Different
that
vibe.
Upsetting.
Different
vibe altogether.
To say the
that
least.
was very upsetting. I think I was like, I don't know, 16. I was like,
yeah.
That's
that's a thing. That's a thing. Anyway, we're 20 minutes into the podcast. Aaron, give us your 30-second synopsis of Frailty.
I'm just going to say something before I do that.
Take your time.
In every horror movie, whoever sells their soul to the devil, it's like, why do they do it? You always lose. You always regret it. And this movie tells you it goes both ways.
Ooh, does
Wouldn't
it?
you rather? What?
Does it?
Your life is absolutely. So instead of being tempted by the devil, you are now tempted by the Lord, and it's going to ruin your fucking life.
Fair. Okay. Is that your synopsis?
No, that was my before the synopsis. The synopsis is a father is appears to be visited by an angel, where he's going to be given a list of demons that he's going to execute. And then the angel tells him, "Oh, your son's a demon. You need to dispatch
Spoiler
him."
alert! That's revealed at the end of the movie. Good grief.
Dude. Boom. And he didn't listen. But truth be told, and I'm going to go right into it.
Okay, sure.
Do you think that little boy would have been fucked up if he hadn't watched his father murder people? He seemed like a nice little boy.
Which boy are you referring to?
I'm talking about the one that's supposed to be the demon, the oldest one.
Because that's so okay. So the question
that's the one who ends up being the serial killer.
Correct.
But it's like it's worse than a Dexter situation. It's like if this child had not been subjected to all of this horrible nonsense, he would have had a normal life.
I don't know if that's true. I think it is
Trust me.
established.
Take my words. Take my words.
It's established he's a demon, and that's why he doesn't see the vision. He was a demon even at that age.
But he was okay. First of all, what they were
Please.
calling
Yes.
demons are not people who do bad things. Demons are this other species.
Okay. Sure.
People who do bad things are bad people. And that's really what the list is. It was not demons. They were looking at people who were murderers and they saw their sins.
That's fair. But the question is, because
you think God and the angels would know what a demon is?
They use the word. He uses the word demon very specifically. Now it's fishy because in the movie, because he's blessed or whatever, chosen by the angel Gabriel or whatever, if he touches the demon, they're revealed to be the demons. But you can
see the scenes.
Correct.
It's not revealed that there's horns and he's like a goblin. What is revealed are their sins.
Correct. So that's a question. That's a question. Are we supposed to think that because oh God, we have to before we have this discussion, because this is basically what the podcast is going to be, because we're going to be talking about this.
We're going to be debating this. Oh, yes, it was very disturbing. It was disturbing, upsetting. I never saw it again until now.
Okay, I saw it in the theater, and I thought it was great. I thought the twist was far superior than almost anything Shyamalan could conceive.
Dude,
in my opinion,
I thought it was amazing, but I felt so bad for the kid.
Ooh, that's interesting.
That was my sympathy. That it's like if you're in an abusive household, the odds are you're going to be abusive yourself, and this is a form of abuse. How about that?
Well, let's talk. Let's jump in.
They should have said packed up Jimmy when he was not down with him, sent him to go live with Grandpa.
So here's the thing. Let's just start with what we know. We know for certain.
All right.
Okay, because it takes place, in like the 70s, I believe, where Bill Paxton is a single father who's like an auto mechanic, and he's a widower, and he's got two kids who one's like...
lovely dad, loves his children, 100%. Lives for his kids.
100%. They make a point of him like working, like doing homework with them and shit to really establish this is a good guy. This is a good dad.
Yes.
He's got two sons. One's like, what do you think? Are they like 12 and 10 or something like that? Give or
12
take.
12 and 8, maybe. The
12
younger
and 8.
seems a little bit younger.
Sure. Yeah. Something along those lines. One night, Bill Paxton comes charging in and says, guys, I've seen a vision. My new job now is to go and hunt down and kill demons. Okay?
Yeah.
Get
An
on
angel
board.
has come to me and told me, and the oldest son is like, oh, Lord, what's happening?
Right. So there's two. So he says the angel, the weapons that I'll need, the holy weapons will be provided for me. And it's an axe is the first, axe and gloves, and then like a lead pipe are the things that are revealed.
The holy
weapons.
Why couldn't Gabriel just go and handle this? Why are they torturing? This is like old God. I feel like this is an old God.
Old Testament, right?
No, like Norse or something. It reminds me of the cabin at the end of the woods where it's like, you got to make this sacrifice or the whole world's going to come to an end. This is like Gabriel could have handled this. Fair, why are you going to ruin these people's lives?
So here's the distinction, and this is all revealed. One night, Bill Paxton brings home a waitress that he's abducted. Right. He's conked on the head. He's wearing the gloves. Brings him to the shed. Brings the boys in.
Yeah, and the boy said, "Dad never talked about it again. So thank God it's all over. It was a nightmare or something." Until Dad brings home a tied up waitress.
So he's got the gloves on because basically he doesn't want to touch them wherever they are in the world. But when he's got them back to the shed, he takes off the gloves and touches them. And it seems as though the people react as well, right? It's
Yes.
like
The youngest brother jumps,
the
but the
youngest brother
oldest
jumps.
boy has yes,
Yes.
and the oldest boy is staring in horror.
But even it was like the Dead Zone, where it's like where you touch the person, you both kind of go, ah, kind of have that moment. So he touches the person, they kind of react. The audience doesn't see anything, any change. Okay, at this point,
Right.
Bill Paxton goes, see, it was revealed that when I touch the person, they'll be revealed as demons. And at this point, the older son, who we think is the narrator, because there's a framing device where Powers Booth is the FBI agent in charge at the
Love me
Austin
some Powers
Field.
Booth.
Love
Deadwood.
Powers.
He was amazing.
100%. He's leading like the local FBI office. And scraggly Matthew McConaughey rolls in there and is telling the story. And at this point, we think he's the oldest son, sharing the horrors of what's going on. Because the oldest son is like, I didn't see shit. I don't know what. Dad's got off his rocker. Where the little brother is like, no, I saw it. And he's like, you don't have to say that. You don't have to lie, younger brother. He's like, no, I did see it. I did see it. Because you think he's just trying to make dad feel good. Oh, yeah, I saw it too, dad, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where we're at. So go ahead. Your thesis is that they're not demons at all. They're just murderers.
Right. Because demons are like another mystical creature.
Right.
These people are murderers. They're bad people.
Because you're right. When later in the movie, the reveal is we don't see them transform into some kind of demonic creature.
They don't become They don't become any kind of monster. The reveal is they're all murderers. The reveal is the crimes they committed.
Correct.
The waitress is cutting somebody's throat. The old man is a child molester, murderer, various people, but that's basically what it is.
Correct. So the whole beginning of the movie is the older, younger brother, because again, he's like 12 or something, is like, dad's lost his mind. Yes. And I got to protect my brother. I got to get him out of here. He didn't want to go to the police. Right. Because the dad said, if you tell somebody, then somebody's going to die, was kind of his warning. Right. And later, he finally gets fed up and goes and tells the sheriff, who doesn't believe until he visits. He's still kind of skeptical, and then he gets killed. And Bill Paxton is horrified. Bill Paxton kills him, and he's like, you made me do that, son. You've turned me into a murderer. Because in his mind, this is the first innocent, normal person that I've killed.
Right.
All those other bodies, they were demons all along, so they don't really count.
He can only kill people on his list.
Right. 100%. At one point, the younger brother goes, there's this bully at school. I think he's a demon, Dad. Would you take care of him for me?
Yeah.
That was...
I'm pretty sure he's a demon.
It's 50-50,
Not
Dad.
on the list, son.
Because he goes, Dad, I have a list too. And it's like written in crayon. Want to take care of him for me? Oh, sweet Jesus. Anywho.
So Bill goes and prays. And the angel comes to him and reveals his oldest son is a demon. But instead of dealing with his son the way the angel said to,
right,
he decided to lock him in the dungeon or lock him into this root cellar that he made the kid dig himself and basically give him a cup of water for a week until he was almost dead. And at that point is where little Jimmy Johns snaps.
Well, here's what's interesting about that. Because Bill Paxton isn't playing it like I'm punishing you.
No.
He's playing it like, because again, it's like you said, we don't realize the conversation. It's revealed later. But yes, Bill Paxton is praying to God because his older son is still not seeing the demons when he touches them.
And
So he's
the
praying.
angels have told him he is a demon.
That was later that was revealed. And like you said, the angel's like, yeah, you need to kill your son. He's a demon. That's why he's not singing. Bill Paxton's not going to do that. So his idea is, I'm going to kind of give you this labor. And hopefully in your exhaustion, you'll have an epiphany or some shit along those lines and finally
He
get
was
on
supposed
board.
to pray while he was digging the hole. And when he was done, he was like going to show, you, old man, I'm going to dig this. My hands are bleeding. Apparently not going to school. Because God clouds the attendance clerk's vision. And he's like, I bet you didn't pray at all. He's like, I did not.
He was very much like, fuck you, Dad. When the dad's like, hey,
it's
take
very
a break.
much like what I would do.
100%.
I would just double down.
He literally says, son, let's take a break. Let me help your hand. When your hands are feeling better, then you can get back. No, he's like, no. I'm going to come in there every day and dig, but I won't pray. You can make me dig, but I'm not going to pray. Total.
But you can't make me pray. Yeah.
Can't make me pray.
Full of defiance.
Eventually he claims, oh yeah, now I'm back on board, but not.
That
He's
was
still not
after he locked him in and he could only get water that his brother would pour through a knothole.
Right.
For like a week till he was almost dead.
Because that's,
and
look at it. Go ahead.
Look at it. Right
from,
before that, he'd made up his mind and had made a plan.
Right.
If I ever get out of here, this is what I'm going to do.
This is what I'm going to do. Now, Bill, you have to look at it from Bill Paxton's point of view, where he's like, what the angels are telling me to do is murder my son. Kill him because he's a demon. I don't want to do that, obviously.
Right.
So I'm trying desperately to find a way past this. That's why he was doing these things. He's not mad at his son.
I absolutely believe it, and he is a true believer.
Yes.
That's why I'm okay, this is not a real situation. I am less mad at Bill Paxton and more mad at God.
Fair.
I'm the angry boy. I'm the angry little boy locked in the shed.
You're not praying.
Why would you do such a thing? What a terrible thing for God to do.
But that's the thing about this. Because later along, in Bill Paxton, remind me how Bill Paxton dies. We watched this 3 weeks ago.
Oh, mother effer! One of the greatest. So he frees his child who's almost dead. They almost have to perform CPR, and he's being his best boy self. And Dad rolls up with like some kind of biker. In fact, Dad takes his son with him to get the biker. And the son almost like screws the whole thing up. He steps backwards and distracts the wrong person. But anyway, they end up getting him, going back to the house. And it's his son's turn to dispatch Mr. Biker. But as he's getting ready to swing with the axe, he turns around and hits his dad in the stomach with the axe.
That's it. He murders his father.
He murders his father and thinking that's all done. Nope, because here comes little brother with the axe to finish off the job. Right as he was dying, Bill Paxton pulls his youngest son over and whispers in his ear to go finish off the biker.
Right. 100%. So, it was something. It was something. So modern day, the FBI is searching for this serial killer.
Hand of God or something.
Right.
The Hand of God killer.
The Hand of God killer.
Who's leaving notes. So we know something's odd because Bill Paxton was not leaving notes. It was secret.
Correct. And he only left one body. After that, it was just notes. It was a body and a note and then just notes. I guess he killed like 5 or 6 people. And Matthew McConaughey is explaining how his little brother is still carrying on Dad's work. That's what Powers Booth, the FBI agent, thinks. He's like, let's go. If you don't believe me, I'll take you to the Rose Garden where we've been burying the bodies for however long. Okay.
Right.
They get there, and as they're talking about it, the reveal is that yes, the brother was just a serial killer, not connected to any of this stuff, because that was the brother that was the demon. The demon
was not
went on.
the right brother. It's the older brother, and he's the younger brother.
Correct. The younger brother is the one.
Hey.
He's the younger brother who is still carrying on the work, but of course, he's not trying to get caught. So those bodies just disappear, right?
And and as is revealed, God is protecting them.
Yes, correct. They will not be seen.
They don't appear on video. No one sees them when they're committing the Lord's work.
Correct. So that's kind of mentioned earlier that God will shield us. So when we're out bunking people on the head and throwing them in the trunk of the car, God will shield us so people won't see us do the shit that we do. So that's twist number one, is that McConaughey is actually the younger brother, not the older brother. The older brother, who you think is carrying on Bill Paxton's work, is just a serial killer, unrelated to, and actually he got killed.
He actually has his own little list of demons that he's finding.
Right. So he's so he's dead, and the reveal is Powers Booth is the next name on the list because he killed his mom or something along those lines,
which was bizarre. That was a little bizarre. Like, you killed your mom, why?
Because he's a demon. He's doing demon shit.
To me, I thought that was kind of stupid. I thought it should have been better that he did some bad cop stuff. Like, I stabbed my mom when she was hanging laundry, even though I appeared to be only 5 years younger than I am right now.
They came a little.
I'm still Powers Booth.
God,
I like that his mom is the same age as he is.
Powers Booth is like Tommy Lee Jones, where they have that weathered face, and they try to we'll just dye your hair. Look, you look like you're 16. No, you don't. You look like you're 55 with crazy hair dye.
You can't get that spray in Ronald Reagan black, and then people think you're 16. Don't work.
Don't work like that.
But we still love you, Powers Booth. You have an amazing voice. You're an amazing actor.
100%. Love Powers Booth. Okay, so here's the bone of contention.
Deadwood.
I think Deadwood. I think that they are demons, but it's tricky, right? It doesn't make a whole hell of a lot of sense if you say, "Hey, they're demons, but this is the child out of my wife's womb," right? How did he become a demon? Is your wife giving birth to a demon? I mean, what's the story?
Yeah.
That's where it's kind of tricky.
I think that's a mistake in the movie. It should not be calling them demons. I mean, is it because we watch too many horror movies? Is it because we're Catholic? I don't know. But there are orders in heaven, and all these creatures have names, and they're their own thing. A demon can maybe possess you, but that's not the situation here.
No.
So it's wrong terminology. Demons. But it doesn't take away, it only takes it away from me and maybe you. The rest of the world was like, huh?
Right.
It doesn't bother them.
Right. No, in the grand scheme of the movie, it really doesn't matter what they call it.
Right.
Okay. We know, because at some point you kind of don't know if Bill Paxton is actually crazy or what the story is. By the end of the movie, you know Bill Paxton was telling the truth. That he did see a vision, and he was on a mission from God, because Matthew McConaughey is in the FBI building, and they're looking at the videotape, and like you said, it was all scrambled. Right?
Wherever their face, anything that could identify it, there's like a streak running through it. All you see are like legs.
Well, and it goes even further, because there was another FBI agent in that office who told Powers Booth, there's a guy waiting for you. That guy goes and visits that small town in Texas to see the sheriff, and McConaughey comes out. He is the sheriff, and even though the guy had met him previously, Does not
Does
recognize him.
not recognize him. So I do remember the first time I saw this, I was like, "Oh shit, this dad is crazy as f- he is a
100%.
monster. He's the demon."
Right.
And then the reveal is so amazing. I was like, "Oh shit."
Yes. It was reveal on reveal on reveal.
Yeah.
It really was. It was like pow, pow, pow.
The end is just bam, 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 bam.
100%. Dynamite.
And the younger brother couldn't kill the older brother until he showed up on the list.
Right. Well, and I think he said something to the effect of that the older brother was trying to get caught by the brother, was trying to get the younger brother to put him out of his misery.
He said something like, "There's just so many demons, I can't keep up." It was too much for him. He was ready to end the whole thing.
Right. It's something like that. So,
yeah.
Good grief.
But it's an amazing movie. No, 100%. I mean, R.I.P. Bill Paxton. Good. He brought us many treasures.
I love me some Bill Paxton. Love him. I love him.
He's so much more than Weird Science.
I do like him in Weird Science. I tell people the movie that I fell in love with Bill Paxton in was actually Aliens, where he played the cowardly Corporal Hudson. So there you go. By the way,
you smoke a cigar?
Maybe. Let me want a callback? Here's a callback
for
you.
Go.
There was a movie, unless I've lost my mind. There was a movie in the 70s called Butcher Baker Nightmare Maker. Okay, with horror movie.
That. Put it on the list.
The central protagonist actor is Jimmy McNichol. And it's an early Bill Paxton performance as the school bully.
All right.
It's all coming back. It's all coming back together. How about that?
It's like A Beautiful Mind. You just have a board with string running. Jimmy McNichol goes to Jimmy Osmond, all the Jimmy younger brothers of the 70s and 80s.
It's true. It's a thing. It's a thing.
You're amazing, Kevin.
I
know. Amazing.
It's been said before, and it will be said again. Anything else about this, or should we go behind the scenes?
Let's go behind the scenes. I got nothing else. I didn't even look at my notes.
Bill Paxton used the same beer can the entire filming of the movie because they could only find one Hamm's beer like that from 1979. How about that? That's real.
That seems really weird.
There's
only one.
The script originally featured a reference to the boys wanting to go see the movie Alien, but they changed it to The Warriors because he didn't want to reference the fact that he was in Aliens in 1986.
Well, then if it was Warriors, it was definitely late 70s. Yep. Warriors, come out and play. With the three little bottles on the fingers. Ching, 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 ching.
That's right. We're going to put that on the list. Directors James Cameron, Sam Raimi, and author Stephen King all singled out Frailty for high praise. King considered it one of the best horror movies of its year.
I don't disagree. It's very upsetting.
Bill Paxton made the film because he directed it. Did you know that?
I did not.
Yep.
Good job, Bill.
He made the film for multiple viewings. The first time you sit through Frailty, you get pulled into the story kind of subjectively. There's this whole creep factor. But on your second viewing, there's a lot of satisfaction as there are a lot of clues laid out in front of the viewer. Yeah. So if you already know...
The second time I watch it is when I noticed the younger brother jumps, but the older brother doesn't.
Yes, 100%. They put those little things in there. The film is set in Texas and has 3 Texas-born actors as top-billed stars: Paxton, McConaughey, Powers Booth. Boom, boom, boom.
Very nice, very nice.
Bill Paxton revealed, I think all of us have had things happen in our childhood that we want to forget. Maybe Dad wasn't hacking people up and putting them in the rose garden, though. Well, who's to say? Unclear.
Hey, pause for a second.
Please.
For that wife, so at the end we see McConaughey with his pregnant Texas wife. She's 100 too, isn't she? And they're giving birth to. She's part of the plan, And I feel like their little devil baby, it's like instead of Rosemary's Baby, it's like Rosemary's Baby.
Rosemary. Yes, it's 100%. That's what it is. Where are we? All of McConaughey's narration was recorded on his last day after they finished filming in the cemetery. So there you go. That's important.
Dude, very understated McConaughey. I thought he did an amazing job. Usually I find him irritating, but not in this case.
The soundstage work here was filmed opposite the production of Legally Blonde. I would come out all covered in blood and I'd see Reese Witherspoon in her pink Chanel outfits holding her poodle and just say, "Hey, how's work going today?" Wah, wah. Let's talk about the cast and crew, shall we?
Okay.
Just give me a second, damn it. Okay, directed by Bill Paxton, who also starring Bill Paxton. He played Dad Meeks, because they never give his first name. He's just Dad. You know
Wait,
him.
Meeks. Meeks is in Silence of the Lamb is the prisoner who throws ejaculate at Jodie Foster.
That was multiple
And then
names.
Hannibal Lecter convinces him to swallow his tongue.
I don't know how you convince somebody to do that, but good on you.
I don't think that's a real thing.
I don't think it's possible, but that
I
being
gotta
said,
interrupt you one more time because I just looked at my notes. I put
Please.
down Kirk Douglas is the angel.
Really?
Looks just like young Kirk Douglas.
Oh. I thought you were
No.
saying the actor was in it.
No, but he looked just like because it was
Okay.
all stylized. You continue
Yes.
on. I gotta have to look at that.
No, you're right. You're right. Because he kind of he was square jawed and yeah. It was
Yes,
young Kirk Douglas.
blonde.
Yep. You know Bill Paxton. He was Private Hudson in Aliens in 1986. Frailty, 2001. He was Fred Hayes in Apollo 13 in 1995. And he was in Twister in 1996.
Some dude named Edmund Scott Ratliff, but he looked just like a young Kirk Douglas.
That's what they were going for. Matthew McConaughey played Adam Meeks, but you think he's Fenton for most of the movie. You know him from Interstellar in 2014, Dallas Buyers Club in 2013, Magic Mike in 2012, and Mud in 2012.
I did see Dallas Buyers Club.
It was good. He was also in, of course, Texas Chainsaw: The Next Generation with Renee Zellweger.
Yes.
Powers Booth played FBI agent Wesley Doyle. You know Powers Booth for such things as Sudden Death with Jean-Claude Van Damme in 1995.
Yeah.
He was in Sin City in 2005. He was in The Avengers in 2012.
Maybe he's a stranger to me. Never heard of him.
Frailty in 2001. I remember him. A couple 80s movies. He was in Red Dawn.
I never saw Red Dawn.
He was in Southern Comfort, where guys get lost in the Louisiana swamps and shit goes bad.
I know I've seen him in things besides Deadwood, but it's none of the things that you have mentioned.
That was it. Nothing else. Only 4 movies.
That was it. That was it.
I think that's about it. Should we talk about the ratings?
Let's go.
Frailty on Rotten Tomatoes currently has 76% fresh.
What? That seems low.
You know what the audience gave it?
82.5.
79.
No.
Seems low.
Reject. Seems low. Reject.
Let's talk about the top critics here. Roger Ebert from the Chicago Sun-Times says, an extraordinary work, concealing in its depths not only unexpected story turns, but also implications, hidden at first, that make it even deeper and more sad. 4 out of 4. Boom.
Yeah.
Ebert, he's a big fan.
Yes.
That's what
Of
I'm saying.
course.
4 out of 4 for Roger Ebert.
Yes,
What are these
I
people
agree.
doing?
That's what I'm saying. All these other people who gave it like a C, oh, maybe they were demons.
Maybe they were demons. Richard Roper for Ebert and Roper says, I love the way it took chances and really asks you to take these great leaps of faith and pays off. How
All
about
right.
that? Not bad.
Tells me nothing about the movie, but I guess you like it.
He could have been talking about anything. Unclear.
Yeah.
Why don't we go ahead and check in with our in-house movie critic?
Let's do.
AI Rex Reed. What does he have to say?
Boom.
I wonder if he
You
liked
got
it.
something.
Uh,
I wonder if he'll be snarky.
I guarantee it. Frailty is a Southern fried sermon on serial killing that takes itself so seriously you can practically hear the angels groaning while Bill Paxton swings for divine significance.
No, reject.
Sorry, AI Rex Reed. They can't all be winners.
No, rejected. Why can't they? Isn't that the nature of our new science and new beliefs? It's AI.
Yeah, do your own
Lying
research.
to us again.
What is your rating, Aaron?
Aaron's going to give this a 4.27 out of 5. It is fantastic.
Boom!
Boom.
That's
Boom.
it.
Yes. It's amazing.
I don't disagree. I'm going to give it a solid 4 out of 5. I hadn't seen it since I saw it 20 years ago or whatever.
Yeah. Me
But I
either.
remember liking it a lot. I remember liking it back then, and I'm shocked it's taken us this long to talk about it because
It was upsetting then, upsetting now. There
but
you
it's
go.
not gruesome. It's not gory.
No.
It's
Doesn't show you anything.
Doesn't
It's
show
just
you
the
anything.
concepts. What you see, it's just the concept is upsetting.
if you choose to look at it that way. I choose not to.
I choose to laugh when children cry.
When children cry. My students ask me, Mr. Jordy, why did you become a teacher? I'm like, where else do you get to yell at other people's kids? You do it at the park, people get pissed off. So there you
get
go.
arrested.
You get arrested if you do it too often. So there you have it. Good times had by all. Any last thoughts on Frailty?
It is amazing.
It's a banger.
That's all you need to say.
It makes me wonder what else Bill Paxton directed. Did he direct episodes of Big Love? I mean, he must have done other things. Because
I'm sure, based on nothing, but I'm sure he did Big Love. Also, an amazing performance by Bill Paxton. Big Love is one of the finest series on HBO.
Boom. There you have it. Never seen an episode.
Are you shitting me? It is amazing.
I've heard it's good. I've heard it's good.
You can watch it with your wife. She'll be down.
She'll be down, 100%.
I have watched it twice because I was obsessed with Sister Wives. So I went and revisited Big Love, which is amazing. So many great characters in it. And I swear to God, Sister Wives just lifted their story.
100%. There wouldn't be a Sister Wives without Big Love, right?
100%. That's why I had to revisit it. And I was like, wait a minute. Oh, no. The people on the compound, half the cast of Boogie Nights in it. I mean, it is an amazing show.
100%. I'll have to check it out. I'll add to the list. How about that?
Oh, Jesus, Kevin. I'm very disappointed.
So, thank you very much. You can check us out all across the social media landscape. We're on Blue Sky, we're on Threads, Instagram, we're on TikTok. You can also watch us on YouTube if you're so inclined. Ooh la la.
Woo!
You can also email us the podcast that wouldn't die at Gmail. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere the finer podcasts are available. So
I just realized my microphone was by the monitor and not in front of me.
Oh, perfect. That's how you get that good podcast quality sound. Don't forget to like, share, rate, and review. Won't you?
Won't you please?
Aaron, what is your social media situation?
I am on Instagram, which I feel like is dying.
Right.
Thank you, Meta. I am the cult of Aaron. Join the cult. I have art on Artsy and First Dibs, Aaron Doherty, and I am the proctor to the ticker talker for the podcast.
The proctor? Are you? The proctor. Interesting. Fair enough. Sweet Jesus. Aaron. Oh, wait a minute. As you know, we like to include the thoughts and feelings of our friends and family across the social media landscape. Aaron, what are the streets saying?
Dude, the streets, when they heard that we were going to be discussing the great Frailty, were all about it. Matt Roberts 813 on the these are all from Ticker Talker.
Okay.
Haven't seen this in ages, and I definitely need to upgrade my DVD version of it. JM McCready 22, unique film, very good. Daddy No Keys just snagged a copy of this the other day, and boy, does it hold up. Such a good flick.
Fair.
Richard Roberts, Otis the Axe.
Yep.
Hang on, I got more.
Shit.
Todd Glenn X, only watched it once, and that was enough for me. Hender Monster, seriously underrated, eerie, amazing. Angie Horror, I just recommended this movie to someone a few days ago. Valerie Collins Green, love that movie. And that's not it.
That's probably good for now, though, don't you think?
Mike, the rookie, love it. Bill Paxton, Matthew McConaughey, Powers Booth, seriously underrated movie. How about that?
Don't disagree. Don't disagree.
How about that?
No notes.
The viewers have spoken. And by viewers, they just view my TikTok. I don't think anybody's listening to the podcast.
Correct.
But they do enjoy the pretty pictures I put on the TikTok.
Well, that's something. That's something to feel happy about. Next week.
By the way, just
Please.
for your fun, I think in the past 2 months, our number one viewed is Wreck. I think.
Oh, really?
2000. Yeah.
A true banger. A true banger.
It is a banger. 100%.
Next week, another banger, perhaps. We're discussing X, the man with the X-ray eyes.
Oh, shit. I forgot I recommended that.
This is your choice. Starring Ray Milland. If you look close, you could see, I think Dick Miller is in that somewhere. A few other randos tucked around in there. So how would one watch X, the man with the
with their eyes plucked out? If thine eye offends thee, brother, pluck it out.
Fair. Fair. That being said, you can watch it for free on Tubi, MGM Plus, Roku, Philo, Indieplex. I can't even read some of these.
Why do when I hear Philo, I think that's what Jeffrey Epstein's watching?
He probably is. The Epstein Philos.
Strange.
If you're so inclined, you can rent it for $1.99 on Prime or buy it for $4.99 on Prime. So.
Can't you find it in that big bin at Walmart in the back with all the dollar? That's where I got Night of the Living Dead for like a quarter.
You could probably find it like at that bin at the library, frankly, where it's an old, forgotten and abandoned.
Do libraries still have movies?
I'm sure they do. Why wouldn't they?
I did a photo shoot at our library, and I feel like the upper floors are empty.
Just the homeless sleeping up there, or what? What are you saying?
No, the homeless are downstairs. I was taking pictures, and I looked up because you couldn't go upstairs. I realized all the racks were empty. And now they just canceled Hoopla. No more streaming for our library.
It's a thing.
For sure. But our libraries are in danger. Ask yourself the last time you went to the library. You don't use them, you lose them.
I got a library card. Do you?
I have a library card.
Do you?
Ask me. I do, because now they have like collector cards. So I got a manga one. But the question is, I'm not sure the last time I checked out a book.
No, I do it just for the apps, just for the Hoopla and the Libby, so I can do digital.
Right.
That's the only reason I never really go in. which is a shame.
I need to. Which is a
Anywho.
shame. My kids used to love going to the library.
100%.
But then you got to go back.
Yeah, it's a thing. Anywho, that's it. Send in any favorite scenes, favorite quotes, comments, and questions about X, the man with the X-ray eyes, and we may talk about it on the show. So, thank you very much, and be well!
I say good day, sir.